Well, good morning, everybody. Hello. Hey, it's Becky from Power Tools with Thread. You are in our Stitchuation room, a Monday through Friday virtual stitching retreat. You hang out in here with me. Hi, Frito. Hello. And follow me on my sewing journey, and hopefully I can inspire you to put something under the needle. Good morning. Good morning. It's great to see everybody here from all over the world. I know, long sleeves, you guys. I own two. That's This says, give a quilter an inch and she'll think she's a ruler. It's an old shop shirt from Two Chicks Quilting in Ganado, Texas. Okay, good. Everybody's in a great mood. I'm glad to hear that. It's Wednesday, which means it's wash day for me. Wednesday's wash day. So it's laundry day. Look what I have. I have a Frito. There she is. Hello, baby. You like sitting on that mat, don't you? There you go. Good girl. Yes. That mama's girl. That mama's good girl. Y'all, she sleeps in a crate in our room, and she doesn't snore. That's the only reason she's in there. Yes. Our last dog, Harley, she was my three-legged tripod dog. Ooh, that girl snored like a train. Hello. That's a good girl. You're getting belly rubs, Frito. Keeps her little wiggly butt comfy. That's right. Y'all, she sleeps on a one of those giant panels from Moda. It says it's a Christmas panel. It's red. It's really one of those giant ones, quilt all by itself. That dog's sleeping on about $85 worth of fabric and batting. Huh? Good girl. So I hope you guys got an opportunity to watch Takeover Tuesday yesterday on Sewing Machines Plus's YouTube channel. Where's that pattern? I want to show you guys. I don't remember if I left it over on the desk or what I did with it. I don't know what I did with it. Okay. I got a lot of questions I got to answer today. Y'all are full of questions. Let's see. I was stitching a Bianni pattern. Where'd that go? Oh, well. I'm making a computer. Oh, I'm over here. I'm making a computer case. I need to put this camera closer to the chat so I'm not looking away from y'all, because I get confused at where's where and what's what. So I'm making a Bianni computer bag. And I showed yesterday how to pre-quilt, because when you get the outside of the cases like this is for a tablet. If you want to carry a little envelope for your tablet. So it felt like the Stitchuation room, Quilt Winch. Yeah, we have a good time in there. Lots of chit-chatting going on. A few different folks, which is fine because they have their own thing. So anyway, so when you watch a Bianni how-to video, you're supposed to pre-quilt your pieces for your lining. When you open up the case, what you see on the inside, the lining, and then the outer fabric as well, around a layer of like Bianni Soft and Stable. I used Pellon's. It was a single-sided fusible Pellon, same kind of product, same thickness. It just had a single-sided fusible, which is no big deal. I'm not going to be ironing those pieces. But anyway, so I showed how to do that, because they tell you on your domestic to just go ahead and, you can do 1-inch lines or whatever you want. Well, I'm not doing that. I hate that. I've tried that before. And by the second line, I'm like, I stop. I'm disinterested. I get bored with it, crazy bored. I sit there wishing I'd have put it in a hoop on the embroidery machine or something. So anyway, since I have a long arm, excuse me, I thought, well, let me go ahead and I'll just long arm this. Now, Betty Boop's in here this morning. Hey, Lisa. And I was telling her the other night, I was like, well, I'm going to make this computer case and blah, blah, blah. And they give you in the pattern. I wish I had that. Y'all, I've moved it around. You know how things in your sewing room grow legs and they walk? Do y'all have that happen? Let me know in the chat. What size is the Bianni bag? I don't know. They only have one. Oh, the one that Sandra made me was the medium that holds the easy stacks. Yeah. So, because they look like they don't have legs, right? Like you don't see any legs on this at all. But when you're sleeping, they come out and they walk and they wander around your sewing room. Absolutely. Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. So when you get these patterns, they have a cutting guide in them, of course, you know, so you make most use of your fabric. That's the idea. Let me get out a page. So we'll have something that tells you to cut. Let me get this page so you can see. There's your labels. We have a template in this one. I'm sure there's a guide. No. Did I choose the wrong kind of pattern? Maybe I chose the wrong pattern for this to show this example. Yeah. Okay. So they'll give you a guide to show you how on your fabric, on your pre-quilted fabric, that's how you need to cut it out. Okay. Yeah. Annie says that she can't find them for days when they walk around. It's amazing. Anyway, so my brain is like making all kinds of comments. So anyway, I'm talking to Lisa, Betty Boop here in the chat. And I said, well, this is what I'm going to do and blah, blah, blah. And she says, well, why don't you use the long arm and stitch where you're supposed to cut? And I was like, what? That's brilliant. That is brilliant. Because the long arm, I have if you have automation, all you have to do is tell it to make the box, right? Your stitch line, your cut line. And so I was like, okay, well, I don't know how to do that because I'm new at this Pro Stitcher that I have that's on my King Quilter 2 Elite. My big dog over here. There it is. So I said, that's brilliant. I'm gonna have to ask Harriet. And that's Quilting by Harriet here in our chat, if she's in here. So anyway, I FaceTime with Harriet and said, hey, Lisa said to make these boxes. And Harriet's like, mind blown. Oh, I'm gonna cut off here in a second. There we go. Okay. Ooh, I pressed the record button, y'all. So I'm like, okay, Harriet, how do I do that? And so then we go one further and said, all right, now that I've got the cut lines, I was binge watching all these by any videos of how to make the bags, right? Because I know how to make the bag. I know how, Vicky says, that was quilting history yesterday. Yay. So I know how to make the bag. You know, you just follow the instructions and put it together. And if you have a basic knowledge of constructions in sewing, you can do that. And I used to sew garments, so no problem. I got this. But what Annie does in her videos is she doesn't show you how, she'll say something that's a tip or a trick. And so I just sat there watching, and every time she put down a little nugget, I just wrote it down because she's got little tips about what makes life easier to do that. So one of the tips she gives is after you cut out your fabric, to take it to your domestic and stitch along the edge 1/8 of an inch away from the edge of the fabric. Well, if you've ever done that, you know that's miserable, right? Because it folds and it tucks and it bunches and it runs away from the needle. And she's like stitching super slow with a stiletto, holding everything down to do that. And this is my bag, y'all. Isn't that beautiful? That's this fabric from Land of Enchantment by Moda. Isn't that gorgeous? That's going to be my computer bag. So anyway, the issue is that your fabric it runs away from the needle. So I want to show you, I don't have, because everything's enclosed on this. Well, yeah, everything's enclosed. So what happens is when you cut through the stitching, like if you were to cut through this stitching right here, if that was your line, it's sewn down in one spot where you sewed over it. But right here on this piece, there's a gap You get gappies and they open up. And Annie said, take it to your domestic and stitch all the way around the outside of the piece. I don't want to do that. I'm lazy. That's annoying and it takes a long time. And again, that doesn't make bag making fun. So Harriet and I got this bright idea. I don't know whose thought it was. I'm going to claim it. I'm going to say it was mine. Okay. Not hers. It was mine. We're going to give the education part to her. But I said, okay, so if we stitch the line, I want to make sure y'all can see. If we stitch the outer line, let's go ahead and stitch an inner line as well. So the outer line is my cut line and the inner line is the sew it all together line that you don't cut and everything's nice and tidy. Is that brilliant? It was brilliant. Yay, it was brilliant. Come on, y'all. Give me some love. Okay. Bright bulbs, Dot says bright bulbs. And Annie says on the, thank you, Patty. I got some brilliance. Okay. And there's Betty Boop. Whoop. So, and these pieces. So here's my, I don't know if you can see it. There's my strap, that long rectangular piece right there. This one, there's my strap. All cut, all stitched, all enclosed. And then the ones below it. So what I did was first I ran this beautiful pattern. This pattern is inside of Pro Stitcher. And you want something big and loopy, not anything super dense. Okay, so this is a feather thing that is inside of Pro Stitcher. But then Annie says you need to take a 2.5 inch template and do the round on your corners of your bag, right? So it's not, I know Nan's like, so smart. Yes. So Karen, my method makes you want to get a long arm. That's the point, sweetheart. I'm an influencer. This is what I do. You need the King Quilter 2 Elite from Sewing Machines Plus. You will love it. Okay. So do you know how much I get blamed for y'all spending money? I see husbands at the quilt festival and they're like, thanks. I'm all, you're welcome. Okay. So Annie says you need to take this 2.5 inch template and draw a curve. And then now you've curved your corner and then stitch along that as well to enclose it. Well, I don't want to do that either. So I didn't have a 2.5 inch ruler, circle ruler. And you can't use the circle on the Pro Stitcher because it won't stitch just half. It'll stitch the whole thing unless you want it around. I mean, it could look like that. It looked like a clam, I think. So anyway, I used my Olfa circle cutter and I made a circle, 2.5 inch circle on paper. And I just used that as a template and set it on the corner of the bag and drew a line with my little chalk marker. And then I did some essentially ruler work. I had a 3 inch handy quilter tool and just not that fast. I went very slow. So I'm going to show you here. See, you cannot see it on the other side. On all 4 corners, I can't see it either. That's the wrong piece. There's a piece of thread. So on all 4 corners of the bag, here's a good one. I don't know if you can see it or not. I'm looking in the camera to see what you see. There is, I don't know. Can you, it's right here. There's a curve. See the curve right there in that corner. So I will cut along the outside of that curve about 1/8 of an inch away. So I have curved my corners already using the long arm. Now in the Pro Stitcher, you use the 4x4 box and resize it is what you do. But go back and watch that video on Takeover. Now, I don't have a long arm. Doesn't matter. You can do that on your domestic too. Draw your boxes on your quilted fabric and stitch the boxes. Okay. And then do that again 1/4 of an inch away. No, 1/8 of an inch away, all around the inside of your boxes. Okay. And that's going to be it. Bags by Becky. I don't think so, Christine. I know Katie Quilt says, that's brilliant, girlfriend. I know. Took 3 people to figure it out. But I wanted to automate because I'm power tools with thread. I don't like doing anything. I hate that. I want the machine to do it for me. Yay. So I am all kind of motivated now. As soon as I find my pattern, it's here somewhere. I'm going to have to call it. Here, pattern. So this is going to be my beautiful bag. I'm so excited. And I just love. So this is Land of Enchantment. You cannot find this anywhere, y'all. If you have any, covet. And the thing with this is that it's directional. See my little hummingbirds in there? And it has, I love this fabric, the Zuni Sun, or that Zia Sun and the hummingbirds. This is all about New Mexico. Sarah Diddy designed this fabric. Just absolutely gorgeous. She's a moda designer. So yeah. And then the back, this is a grunge, a nice bright grunge. So there is my pretty bag fabric. Okay. And then I ordered, there's a blue. I'm out of it. I used to have a fat quarter of it because I made a quilt out of this. There is a blue, not as bright as this bird, but more little kind of darker, like that little petal right there that has feathers on the print. And that's going to be the strapping on the bag. That'll be the strapping, the blue. I found it on Etsy. It's on the way. Sarah, what's in the kitchen? What's in the kitchen? Something's yummy in the kitchen. We had birthday cake yesterday in the kitchen. Y'all missed out. So we have a virtual kitchen, just like any stitching retreat. Wander over there. And on your way in, there is a thumbs up button. Hit that if you wouldn't mind. And if you're sitting on your couch doing nothing, grab your little TV remote and hit the channel up button. That gives me a thumbs up. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right. So I don't know if you guys noticed, if anybody have seen it. It's over on my long arm somewhere, probably. So where's my coffee? Y'all, that brilliance, that wore me out. I'm done. Wore me out. I did not get any other work done yesterday on that tree stand block. So I don't know if y'all noticed, I changed the thumbnail this morning, bright and early. I was like, I need to do something different than the quilted snowman. There's a post yesterday in our Facebook group, and this lady says, I've got the quilted snowman, I got the Brightly sampler, I got the Jolly Bar book, and I got this and I got that, and I've got all this fabric and I don't know what goes with what, and I'm lost. Somebody help me. Oh my gosh. The fabric for the bag, crafting, it is called Land of Enchantment is the line. The Land of Enchantment is the line. It's hard to find. That's that main focus fabric for that line. It's hard to find. When I made the quilt that I made, it was a Villa Rosa Designs quilt. And when I made that quilt, I don't have it here. I shipped it off to my son's in-laws. That I bought 2 extra yards of that fabric specifically to make a bag. I didn't know what bag. But is the Brother PR 650 good? It is. Y'all, buy the most machine you can afford. Okay, buy the most machine you can afford. All Brother machines are good. The 650 is good. That's a little free arm. My issue is it's not a multi-needle. It's a free arm, I think, if that's the right one, if I'm thinking of the same one. So, y'all, when you get your fabric in, you've got to do this. This is what I do. There's the back of my cutting table and my messy old scrap basket. I take the fabric, okay, I put it in a bin, and it goes with the pattern, okay, everything together. And that's how I roll on these, so that everything is together. I've got I know what's what. Okay, I got another one here. I got an empty bin, which is fixing to get filled up with Prairie Home, because I'm starting Prairie Home in March. I'm going to live on the edge too. I am not making Prairie Home with Lori Holt fabric. Scandal. I'm going to make Prairie Home with Laguna Sunrise. It'll be beautiful, beautiful. So Marianne is a lady with good intentions. She says, I have quite a few by any bag patterns and I haven't made any yet. Yep. Oh, sorry about that. Wrong one. Y'all, they flip by. There it is. Yeah. You know, good intentions. You say, oh, that's cute. I'd love to make that. I'm going to tell you, if you have, Elaine says she's clutching her pearls. Ah, making a Lori Holt quilt without Lori Holt fabric. Oh. So I've got plenty of bundles of Lori Holt fabric. Snapplique retreat kit. Yeah. Clutching your pearls. I love that. Scandal. Okay. And what else yesterday? Y'all, that was fun. I really enjoyed that yesterday. I love it when I learn something new, and then I love to share that with you. So that was really cool. But Karen says she's made the ultimate bag by Annie. Fantastic. 7 times? Ooh, girl. She needs a support group and intervention. But I would imagine with anything, the more you do it, the faster you get. It's not that big of a deal. There's a lot of expense involved in those things. I mean, I dropped $75 just in zippers, hardware, mesh. I have mesh. Do I have the right color? No, of course not. Right. So anyway, so today I wanted to, tomorrow is Embroidery Thursday. I got to tell y'all too. I met Annie at market. This is Annie. You guys have seen her, I know. I met her at market, and she is the sweetest, sweetest, sweetest thing ever in the whole wide world. Just adorable. Very nice to talk to. Lovely, lovely lady. PSA too, y'all. For those who don't know, we have a private Facebook group for Power Tools with Thread, and there's like 34,000 members of that thing. Y'all, don't put patterns on the Facebook group. All right. I'm going to say this again on Friday. Nobody put her pattern. Somebody put a pattern on there yesterday. My email blew up. Somebody put a pattern on there. Y'all don't do that. Okay. We cannot share patterns or cutting or anything like that. We have to support our designers, our pattern designers. Okay. And we are stitchers with integrity. We don't share patterns. Okay. If somebody wants to make something, they can go buy it. That's the way it is. We don't share patterns. We are stitchers with integrity. Y'all, I don't even share embroidery designs with my granddaughter. I tell my son, I'm like, I can't do that. What does that make me? They don't mind. They buy patterns for her. But if y'all see a pattern with the cutting and everything, it was for a quilt on the Facebook group, notify an administrator immediately. I've got administrators floating all around from England all the way to the West Coast. So 34,000 doesn't sound private. Yeah. Well, at least it doesn't go out to all and sundry. I do have a Power Tools with Thread public page. Yeah, I do have that too, but I don't use it. But anyway, so just FYI, we do not share patterns. Okay. And once we digitize a design using the Snapplique process in the scan and cut, we don't share those cut files either. All right. We just don't do that. So FYI, I'm very adamant about that. And if you're a repeat offender, I'll bounce you from the group. No questions. It's over. So we do not steal patterns. Okay. It's called intellectual property theft. And I know none of us are thieves. We wouldn't want to do that. Right. Because that's how our designers make their living. And if they can't make a living, then they'll stop designing, and that's no fun for us. So yeah, I know she did it by accident. It got taken down, which is good. So I just want to let you guys know, if you feel the need, if you don't do that. Okay. So you end up going out, you get a little mark. If Dave was in here, I'd say I'm going to pull a 341. So when will I finish the bag? Dan, don't put pressure on me like that. So I'm traveling in April I'm going to be teaching at a retreat in Indiana with Quilting by Harriet. I want it before then. I am not going to roll in to a retreat where I'm supposed to teach or a guild with a made in China bag I bought at Best Buy, right? Tacky. You can't show your item in jail anyway. You're going to go in the Power Tools with Thread jail. Yeah. No, we don't allow that. What did you miss about patterns, Sandra? We don't share them. Don't put them on Facebook, right? You can put a front of a picture of it. I made this, or I got the pattern at this place, or whatever. Don't share the cutting. Okay. All right. Kim wants to know when she's going to get info on the April retreat so she can pay for it. You need to talk to Quilting by Harriet by that. I'm sure you have received an email. Okay. You're going on the retreat and you're going to need a new bag too. That's right. We can have a bag show and tell. Bring a show and tell. That'll be fun, won't it? Okay. So I got questions on this too. When are we going to start this quilt? I was going to start it when I got back from Road to California. That gives all of you who are buying it an opportunity to get it in the mail. So Two Chicks Quilting has the kit. This is just a little quilts wall hanging from Shabby Fabrics. I do not have permission from Shabby Fabrics to do the letters in the middle of the quilt. So I'm going to make them out of my Scan and Cut. That's fine. Not having permission from a designer to do something to hang in my room that I am not selling is not going to stop me. So, because I like to live like that. All right. What retreat, Dee Dee? It's up in Indiana. It's full. I think it's up in Indiana. Yeah, that retreat. But we're going to do another one in September down in El Campo, just like we did last September. We're going to do another one. Bonnie and I have the dates. And she's firming them up. It is the 18th, 19th, 20th-ish. Bonnie, there's Bonnie. She said, crazy question. Would you say, Bonnie, difference between edge to edge and backdrops? So Quilting with Harriet and I had a conversation about that. Okay. And not a lot. So edge to edge. Oh, I know what it is. So edge to edge connect from end to end. There's one stitch. So it'll stitch the whole thing and it'll stop with a line. And then the next pass in the embroidery hooping, you connect that ending edge with the beginning end of the next one. That's edge to edge and it continues and it goes all the way across a quilt. Backdrops are block specific. Okay. So if you'll see all over quilting and it's an 8x8 or a 9x12 or whatever. And that all over quilting will quilt the whole thing, the whole hoop, and it'll finish up and close itself. And if you want to do another one right next to it, you can kind of get them to nest where they're actually that far apart, but they nest. It looks like they nest, but they don't. So backdrops are great. So am I coming to Ohio after Indiana? Elizabeth, I have not been invited. Somebody invites me, I'll go. I don't care. I got nothing here but Frito and Keith. They're fine. All right, so let's go ahead and get the heart cut. Now, this is not snapplique. Snapplique is when you create embroidery designs from nothing. I have the embroidery design already. This is the Designs by Juju mini wall hanging. We're going to make it tomorrow on Embroidery Thursday. We got this little heart right here. That's applique. You don't have to do this, okay? You don't have to do this. You can do the placement line, lay your fabric over the placement line, let it stitch the tack down, pull the hoop, trim around the outside, and then let it stitch the final satin stitching. That's the way it's supposed to be done. And Juju does not include cut files for her applique in her design files. So Jujus are a really good time to play with your scan and cut to figure out how to cut pre-cut applique so you don't have to trim in the hoop, which is nice. Okay. Yes, backdrops are great for quilt as you go. That's right, Pam. Absolutely. They're wonderful. Okie dokie. So I need to get this thing rolling here. We're not ready to do this quite yet. I'm going to do some embrilliance and show you guys what's going on. Now, I'm making the 5x7 tomorrow. Okay. Let me do a little present screen. I want to show you guys. Present arms, right? Share screen. In my window, here it is. So this is Embrilliance, and you only need Embrilliance Essentials to be able to do this. Okay. So let me see here. I want to get back over here. I want this to be right here, so it's a little bit bigger. So you only need Embrilliance Essentials to be able to do this. And what you end up doing, oh, too big. Sorry, my bad. I wanted to be on here. You can see, y'all, I'm on my Mac and I haven't figured this out yet. That's not it. Yeah, let me scroll down. So this is the design right here. Okay, so let me, whoop. Okay, sorry. The mouse on a Mac is backwards from the rolly thing on a Windows machine. So here's our placement line for the batting, tack down for the batting, trim the batting away. There's your tack down for your fabric. After you trim the batting away, you lay your top fabric down and that'll stitch that down. And the very first stitch is your placement line for the applique. And the placement line is what you want to use to create your applique. So I'm going to use my up arrow and move it up. There's the stitch right there. There's the stitch. So that's the size that I want to be the applique. So I'm going to just click on this color chip right here. And I know you cannot see it. Let me turn my camera toward my screen and let me get bigger. Hold on. I'm going to do something weird here because you can't see that. There's an actual window that popped up right there. My streaming software won't allow you to see that. So I'm going to point my camera at my screen and I'm going to oh, that's an infinity screen. Bummer. No, you can't see it. I don't think I can get it. No. Darn it. Because I can't do it, you guys. It won't let me. That is so annoying. Ah. Oh, y'all, that's annoying. Yeah, so there is a way to click on that. There's a, oh, hold on a second. Oh, I got a different window here on the Mac. Oh, it looks different. I have the applique tab. It doesn't tell me that I can make, so I'm just telling it its applique position and I'm doing inflate. I'm going to tell it 0. I don't want an inflate and I'm going to save that as a cut file. And I don't know where I'm going to save it in the downloads. Okay. And I need to, okay, save. All right. And okay. And okay. I'm sorry you can't see that. But anyway, when you click on this color chip, a dialog box pops up and it says to turn this into applique. And that's what I did. So I told it to make that into a cut file. All right, let me get out of this and get back to you guys. There we are. I can't, y'all, I don't know how to do this. I know I could take a photo. So that's one of the reasons when I start the Power Tools with Thread Academy, no sign up information yet, none available. Those are the things you're going to learn because I'll be able to record that and show you how to do that. Okay, so now, oh, let me go back. I need to get into Canvas, Brother Canvas. And on Brother Canvas, I'm going to open that up and then I'm going to be able to pull that in and show you what it looks like. Okay. go to Canvas Workspace. I'll share this. This I can share, no problem. I'm going to just go to new. I need a new screen. And then I'm going to, up here at the top, there's a button that says SVG. I'm going to click that. Choose my file. It's in my downloads. Zip. What is that? So I'm new at this Mac. I have to find it. Where's my SVG? So there's, okay. I'm going to have to go over and do this on my Windows machine because I can't find it. Where I'm looking for the SVG file. Do y'all know how to use a Mac? I've got to figure this out because I'm going to be teaching with it. Oh my goodness. Where did it go? I swear I saved it in my downloads. And you know, it might be a cloud backup that's thinking about it because it should be right here in today because I saved it in my downloads and it's not there. That's wonderful. Let me go to documents. Let me go. Oh, did it save it in documents? I don't think so. Nope. I just don't know where it put it. Darn it. Yeah, I'm a professional. Absolutely. Let me cancel and go back to Brilliance. And I'm going to save this one more time. Y'all can't see what I'm doing, but I'm going to say, cancel. I don't want any inflate. Oh, and it's hard. Return, save as. Let me put it somewhere I can find it. I'm going to put it, well, it says it's going to be in download files. It's 5x7 block A mini quilt center. Save. It's already there. Do you want to replace it? Okay. Well, if it's already there, where is it? Y'all, computers. If I was on a Windows machine, we'd be whipping right along. That is so frustrating. You think it saves? Go to files. Save it to the desktop. I could have done that too. Go to Finder in the left-hand bottom corner and then go to Recents. All right, let me go to Finder. Left-hand bottom corner and go to Recents. There it is. So it's not in, okay. I'm going to grab it and I'm going to save it to the desktop so I can find it. Y'all, I'm sorry. I apologize. This is boring. Click off and go watch something else. Go watch something else. Okay. So this is what happens. Okay. So now I'm in Canvas. I'm going to go SVG, choose file. I'm going to go to my desktop. Oh, it saved the whole embroidery design. It didn't save the SVG. Well, that's no good. Now here's something you can do too, which is cool. It won't show it. That's a PES file. It won't show it. That type of file can't be used. It didn't save the SVG. Save as. It's in downloads. This file type is SVG. It's there, y'all. It's there. I don't know. I hate Mac. Did I tell you that? Okay, I got to figure this out. This is terrible. SVG, choose a file, go to my downloads, and it's not there. From today, where it, All right. I've had enough. I've had absolutely enough. I'm going to do it on the Windows machine. That is so frustrating. Check file type. I did. It's SVG. That is annoying. Well, now I can't cut my thing. So we have somebody new. Hi, Shelby. Glad you're here. This is a bad first day to be here because my, it's not zipped. I know. I don't like, they're so hard. I'm a Windows girl. Y'all, just a minute. I'm going to come over here. I'm gonna launch in Brilliance. No. Let's open. Oh my goodness. It's in embroidery. It's in Valentine's Day. There it is. Mini quilt. Let me show you. Color, tip, applique, position, save. I'm going to save it in my downloads. I'll save it to my desktop. Okay. Save. Okay. Okay. And then open in this. Go to canvas. New. This is what I do just all day long. Let me see here. SVG. Choose file. Desktop. 5x7. Open. Okay. Okay. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. You see how quick it took me to make that SVG file? When you are, I'm glad Lisa uses a Mac in that class because I'm going to her classes in March in San Antonio, and I need to do that. All right. So let's get back to Canvas Workspace. So I've been doing this for so many years. That literally took me just, what, less than a minute? So you can do that. Okay. Vicky says, this is my world. Where is it? What am I doing? It's so frustrating. So you're retired IT. I know, Deborah. Well, I'm a Windows baby. Yeah, I got that. All right. So let's go back to Canvas because I have it here now. Why did I get a Mac? I don't know. Betty Boop's husband told me to get one. That's why. Dang it. And I'm going to come here to my projects now. And there's my heart from Designs by Juju. I'm just going to drag that over. And there it is. I don't fiddle with the size. I want it to stay exactly that size. And I'm going to click this hugely ginormous, huge, big download button. And I'm going to scan and cut transfer. And it says scan and cut transfer is ready. Yay. Awesome sauce. All right. Now, I'm going to find a 12-inch mat. I know I have some in here. Where's my scanning mat? Let's see. Here's one. My mats are so unsticky. Patty says this is great. No, it's not. Okay. My mat is so unsticky, nothing sticks to them anymore. None of my mats. And some of the newer mats, I swear that brother didn't make them as sticky as they could be so that everybody would have to buy a gold fabric mat. Yeah. Okay. And okay, so I have got Heat and Bond Light on the back of that. See how shiny and glassy that is? If your Heat and Bond Light looks kind of mealy, you know, it's dull. It's not a good adhesion. So you've got to have that on there. Okay. So I'm going to just put my little fabric on here. And I like to use my, let me turn this on so we're not waiting. Yeah, so that quilts wall hanging is going to start I think it's the 28th of January. We're going to start that. Okay. And I'm just going to take some paper tape and tape my fabric on all four sides so it doesn't get a wild idea to move around on me. That's not cool. Now this is just one piece, but y'all, when you've got 6 or 7 pieces of applique in a particular design, it's wonderful to pre-cut your pieces. You'll think, nah, and then you'll do the first 2 and you'll be back doing it. I'm telling you. So tape is your friend. Tape is your friend. Let me do this. And when I create an applique shape in Brilliance, it always leaves like one thread. And just a note, if you use the rotary cutter, it takes like 5 times as long. Usually, I don't know why. So this is just the standard black blade. I'm gonna load it. Okay. Here we go. And I'm gonna scan. No, that's not right. Go back to home. I'm going to retrieve data. There's a retrieve data button. Where do you want to get it from? I want to get it from the cloud. And then it's retrieving. There's my heart. And it looks like I'm on a 24-inch mat. Let me get you in. Looks like I'm on a 24-inch mat. So you see that little arrow there? That's to go down to the bottom end of the mat. I'm going to go to the wrench and tell it cut area 12 by 12. Okay, that's better. I have dark fabric. Tell it okay. So here's my little scanner button. That mat with a bar across it, that's why the Scan and Cut is more expensive and a better machine than the Cricut. I'm just saying. Okay. It's pulling the mat in to take a picture of what it sees. All right. And now it's recognizing. No, look at that. Love, love, love. Hold on a minute. Where are you going? Okay. I'm going to get my little stylus. I'm going to pull my heart and just make sure it fits exactly. There we go. Okay. And please select and cut. And start. And because you took a picture of the mat, you can see exactly where you need to place it. Do I always use zero inflate when creating an SVG? No. You need to test. Oh, you know, some designs need an inflate. Usually Sweet Pea and Kimberbell will need an inflate, but you need to get out your scrap basket and test that. Okay. Look at that. Ta-da. So pretty. Oh, it did. It cut that little thread. That's excellent. Awesome. Yay. You're going to go back to bed, Stovies? You have trouble finding replacement blades? They're on Amazon, Becky. Oh, Becky emailed me yesterday. Her hair was all in a frazzle. She was all upset. I got to tell y'all. Cutting, extract the mat. She has in Brilliance thumbnailer. Let me go back over here. Becky has in Brilliance thumbnailer. And I need to tell you guys. Okay, so thumbnailer works on Mac or Windows. That is an Embrilliance utility, and we talked about it before, but all it does is it allows you to see your embroidery designs as pictures on your computer. It only works on your computer, thumbnailer. It only works on your computer. Yeah, thank you. It did turn out beautiful, didn't it? Perfect, perfect. Okay. So if you store all of your files in the cloud the cloud's designed for backup. It's designed for backup, and it's designed to allow you to reach out and retrieve your files from any device you might own: phone, tablet, iPad, laptop, desktop. Okay. I didn't inflate this one. No, Cindy. Juju usually has it large enough so that the satin stitch will catch it. We'll see. If it doesn't, I'll just take another piece of fabric and put it over the top and stitch over it again. No big deal. Anyway, so if you only have your files not locally on your computer and you only store them in the cloud, Thumbnailer won't work. Thumbnailer works on files that are local on your computer. So the embroidery designs are teeny tiny. The designs themselves are real tiny. Not the, you got to unwrap your skin and cut? Yeah, Michelle. So not the, not like the PDFs and all that, but just the design files themselves. Y'all, those are like 32K. Those are so tiny. She said, I have thousands of them. Put them all locally on your machine. Use the cloud for backup. But if they're local on your machine, then Thumbnailer will work. So just FYI. Hola. Hey, Marisol. All right. So would it work on your external hard drive? Well, Kim, so no, because your external hard drive doesn't have an operating system. But when you connect your external hard drive to your computer, then it will work. You can't install Thumbnailer on your external hard drive. It won't work. Now you can plug your external hard drive into, and you can say, go to, H or G or whatever letter it is, and you'll be able to see them because it's allowing that transfer of image. Okay. Will it work on a tablet? So Bernadette, Brilliance embroidery software does not work on mobile devices. Okay. And a mobile device is a tablet or a phone, and it will not work. I lost you, Vicky. Sorry, sweetie. That happens. I know. You mentioned the world computer and Vicky goes, shut down. That's why you do not use a Chromebook for Embrilliance. And don't forget, y'all, Embrilliance has a 10% off coupon good through the 15th. We're halfway through the period. What day is it? The 8th. It's good for another week. So if you want to get Embrilliance, I used Embrilliance Essentials, and then Thumbnailer's only another $40. And that way you can see your designs as pictures. Okay. Thumbnailer didn't work on your computer. Well, Pam, is it possible that your designs, not Pam, Susan, was it possible your designs were backed up in a cloud? It works on every computer. It works on every computer. But if your designs are stored in the cloud and you go out to cloud backup, you don't. So your computer will do that automatically. A lot of times if you go out to cloud and bring your designs down and files save as, and save them in an embroidery file on your My Documents on your computer. It's hard. I know, because a lot of, like my Office 365 backs all my stuff. Is it Office that does that? No. Yeah, mine gets backed up to the cloud too. And sometimes I'll go to look at a folder and it's not there. And what happens is you go to click on it and it's gone. But if you give it a second, give it a minute, your computer will reach out to the cloud, go get the design and bring it back down because it knows you wants it. That's how that works. Support tried everything. That's too bad. Betty Boop, I hate the cloud too. It's frustrating. I mean, it has its purposes and it's great for a backup, but Windows automatically backs up everything to a cloud. Okay, so this has been good. I got my heart cut out. Tomorrow is Embroidery Thursday. We're going to embroider that cute little wall hanging. Okay, whoop, drop my heart. We're gonna embroider this. That'll be a lot of fun. Do you need enthusiasts for Snapplique? Marianne, you don't. It's handy when you get stitches that you don't like. There's a way around it, but it's very labor intensive. You don't. But if you want, there's a coupon and you want to add to your library, go get it. It's perfect. I've got a link below. Use my link in the description box, please. Yeah. Patsy says, I keep thinking, what happens when the cloud gets full and it falls to the ground? No. It's Microsoft 365 that automatically saves to OneDrive. Thank you, that crafty life. Yeah, that's what it is. And it just does it. Yeah. So it does it already. Okay, where are we at on time? We have just a few minutes left and I'm all done. So go put the heart by my luminaire. I know I will do that. It's down on the floor right now. But I have to do some embroidery today anyway to get ready for tomorrow. So they charge more and give you another cloud. No, they don't. No, they don't. So normally when you install Windows, it comes with, or you're on a Mac, it comes with your, it comes with it. Just so, again, so that, and it's very handy, you know, it's very handy. I love that the browser that I use, because I use an Edge browser, even on my Mac, it goes across all my devices, right? So all of my logins are all there on everything. I just go touch and ta-da, it's great. All right. So, okie doke. Well, I'm going to run, you guys. I need some more coffee. I've got to get things ready for tomorrow. This has been a lot of fun. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. I apologize for having to run over there, my ineptitude on the Mac, but I'd appreciate a thumbs up. You guys subscribe. We have a lot of fun here. Don't forget that. So we just went over 78,000 subscribers. Yay. When we hit 80, I'm going to be giving away the So Tights rotating mat and 6.5-inch magnetic ruler, courtesy of Lady M. You must be a subscriber in order to win. So do check your subscription status and make sure that button is clicked. All right. We'll talk to you soon. You guys go sew something. See you in the morning. Bye.